pro wrestling is like physical theater,
It
and
is,
you and your
definitely.
partner are trying to. It's like a dance. You guys have to trust each other and see each other, and if one's not communicating properly with the other, then it just makes the match ugly.
Yeah,
and
it makes the match ugly. The match can fall apart. So, I mean, like, there are so many stories of, and it's the same thing in the film industry, like stories of actors or like wrestlers that can't stand each other behind the scenes, but then they get out into that ring and they're putting their health and their safety in the hands of the person that they can't stand, and yet, you can still go out and perform together and then be like, and have your match, and it's a real good match, and then go out the back and be like, up yours.
Who are the greatest, or who are?
Are you meaning in like New Zealand, or are we talking WWE?
Both. You tell me.
Well, in my opinion, the greatest wrestler to ever exist is always going to be Ric Flair, the Nature Boy Ric Flair. In my opinion, like I took a lot of his what do you say? I really assimilated a lot of his moves and his personality and what that move set as well. Very simple wrestler. He was a guy that, like, honestly, anyone could beat him on any given day. But the thing that made him such a heel was his ability to slip out of that and come away with the victory. And his nickname is the dirtiest player in the game. And he was back in those days. So I have, anytime anyone asks me who's my favorite wrestler, it's like Ric Flair, Macho Man Randy Savage, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker, The Rock. And then, yeah, I mean, even John Cena would be on that list nowadays. He's hit legendary status now that he's been in the game for over 20 years.
And he's quite generous too.
He's really generous, and I think it's cool that he made a good transition into Hollywood himself. So he's doing a lot of films now. I think he's in the part of the Fast and Furious family.
Yeah,
Right.
So he's
Peacemaker in the DC.
Peacemaker. Now he's really good in that, and as a wrestler, like, he's actually like crying and stuff. So he's expressing a like plethora of emotions. Where, like, you watch a film with The Rock, and The Rock's just like, I'm The Rock, and I'm wearing real tight shirts, and my muscles have muscles on top of the muscles, like, he's just a walking muscle man. And no disrespect to The Rock, I think he's done an amazing thing for his career, but he definitely knows where he fits in the Hollywood scene, and he knows what his niche is. Dave Bautista is the one that really blew me away. His transition into
Guardians of the Galaxy,
yeah.
Drax.
Oh, Dave Bautista. Sorry, I always call him Batista though. Guardians of the Galaxy. What was the other one? Blade Runner 2049, I think it was called. With a sequel to Blade Runner, Skyfall. There was another film, but anyway, I just Dune. So I feel like he's definitely had more of a variety of characters and acting styles compared to The Rock, and he's always been like that. He's like, if I'm going to get into acting, I don't want to be considered as like the next Rock. Like, I want to be my own kind of person in the acting business.
I agree. I agree with definitely David Bautista's doing quite well, but The Rock has had some, obviously the Hollywood success I'm going to separate, but he's had some versatility. Let's say the game plan, and pain and gain, faster,
walking tall, like in his earlier years, and that was because he wasn't as like as he is now, like, and because he's so jacked now, like, there's really only one kind of style that he does, but he does it so well, which is of course the tight shirts, like, the jungle, what is it, Jumanji and all those kind of, like, I think I saw this meme and it was
Journey
like
to Jumanji and what's that new one that he did?
Jungle Cruise.
Yeah,
so it was like an image.
All the same, eh?
Yeah, it was like literally like him in these tight shirts and he had his hands on his hips, and it's like, this is literally The Rock in 4 different films, and you're just like, the versatility.
Well,
Yeah,
but that's the thing, the bro gets the opportunity to be in all these platforms, even if he's playing a stereotype.
Yeah.
Like, he's still being, like, he represents a lot of people by being there, right? And like, taking the money is never a problem.
No. Exactly. So from what I can see, like, he's on the right path, and I mean, he's a very inspirational guy.
Do you guys find him a good actor?
The Rock, I mean, he's, in my opinion, he's probably not going to get lined up for an Oscar anytime soon, but maybe, all it takes is the right role for him, and
he's definitely the hardest worker in the hardest work in the room, and he has his own like film production, which he can pump out things, but he's not my cup of tea in terms of like like you said, he found his niche, and I
Yeah.
agree because then now he's pretty much the same character the whole way.
Yeah.